9:55 a.m. I have a question or two. Can we feel any changes in the air of today? No, I'm not speaking of seasonal changes. More along the line of changes in a reset manner. I have to revisit this one more time. Please bear with me. So, I ask again, can you feel change in the air? Have you been noticing a lot of talk in regards to gold and silver? There's been an increase in talk in regards of those two so-called precious metals. As far as gold, we are told that this is backed by gold. What have we discovered recently as far as our so-called gold reserves? We have a beginning of a phase out of American currency because, well, they claim that this is no longer backed by gold. Yes, in a sense, or in many sense of the case, this is regurgitated content for a reason. Because of a lack of backing through gold standards, they say that this is basically worthless anymore, just worthless paper, right? But yet, once again, unlike the paper within this little thing here, which they call a checkbook, or such as other forms of payment transactions through, plastic cards, I have to ask, on those plastic cards, on these pieces of paper within this so-called checkbook, where, oh where, does it say anything about being legal tender? Oh, maybe we have to actually zoom in so we can see this. Huh? This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Oh, but throughout history, we have this thing called counterfeiting. And they've gone to great extents to squash counterfeit rings, right? There's been issues with the checks. There's been issues with the plastic. Of course, we're already trying to phase out our currency, right? Why? Because they want to go to something that has even less value, which is known as cryptocurrency. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. But they want you to think that all these ways of payment is legal. American currency is the only currency that is legal tender for all debts, public and private. This has a legalization to it. This doesn't. The checkbook doesn't. The plastic cards don't. And cryptocurrency, once again, is nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm bringing this out is because, yes, there is change in the air. Because they are trying to do away with this. I am not in agreement. And furthermore, those, I don't care what business it is or has been, whether it's a supermarket, whether it's, a clothing store, whether it's your power payments, whether that's gas, electric, or what have you, or even mortgage payments, car payments, insurance payments, rent payments. Why is it that so many businesses are allowed to not accept this when this is the only thing that is stated as legal? And those that do not, those businesses or companies or organizations or whatever that do not accept cash, paper currency, to me, they are very un-American, very unpatriotic. And as far as I'm concerned, have broken the law because of the legal tenderness of this bill for all debts, private and public. But what is the real reason for trying to do away with this? Because they want to take that privacy away from this legal means of payments. All things must be traceable and trackable, including you. This is why everything of technology today has something incorporated to where it can be tracked. They even have implemented ways of tracking this stuff. But yet, no. They want to make it easier to be able to track all financial transactions, to find out what you are doing with your money. That's where we're going. And that's why they want to go to cryptocurrency. because we can lump it all down into just one financial system that everybody can be a part of. And no more dealing with all this, but what is the real aspects? We are going more and more into nothingness through digital technology, artificial intelligence, our economy, and the economic system that is built upon with the financial aspects. Founding fathers. This is why, you know, you want to go back to the Constitution? You want to go back to being patriotic? Good old America? But let's do away with the past. Right? Because we got to go into that golden age. I don't agree with it. And I don't agree with any business that will not accept this, even today, with all these other forms of payment transactions. This is still the only thing that is legal tender for all debts, public and private. But yet more and more companies, businesses, franchises are not accepting this. And I believe they are breaking the law because of this statement on every piece of paper here. This is legal. This isn't. This isn't. This isn't. And neither is cryptocurrency. But yet we are being forced into going down that road, just like everything else, such as like our phones. You know, it's more of that digital age. We have to advance, but yet the more that we advance, the less that we will be able to prosper. Oh yeah, there's probably going to be earnings caps, and interest caps, and oh yeah, they're going to have all kinds of fun with cryptocurrency and making that the new financial system. Because, well, gee, it's just too much of a headache. I mean, you can't even withdraw your full bank account or credit union account anymore and get this. They're breaking the law. More and more banking institutions, whether it is actual banks, credit unions, or what have you, are putting more and more measures against the legalities of this. No, I am not in agreement with this new age. And once this is gone, how do you think America will really react? Let me know your thoughts. Or don't. It really doesn't matter. Because these are my thoughts. And I don't really care. I mean, I'm interested, always interested in other people's opinions and viewpoints and perspectives. But this is how I feel. And I'm very adamant about all of this. Why? Because we have been told for years and years and years through so-called prophecy that this was going to happen. And it's almost as though those so-called prophecies are unfolding. Yeah. All right, good enough. I think I got my point across. Have a great one. And we'll be back with sky observations at some given point in time.